Welcome back to yet another survival kit testing episode. In this one, I'm going to be camping out by this beautiful lake. I've got to set up a shelter, get a fire going, cook some food, and today I'm going to be testing out the Essie Pocket Survival Kit. Now, for the past few survival kits, I've actually done them on a bit of a budget. They've all been around about £9 to £20, except the survival shovel, which was about £80. This particular kit costs, we're going up in price now, $127, which is around about £100, so it's the most expensive kit that I've used so far. Now, this is a beautiful setting that I found to do this video. However, the rain is coming down. You might be able to see it on the small lake behind me. It's due in about an hour's time to get very heavy rain. So before I even go to look at this, I think I'm going to set up my shelter first to try and keep my camera gear dry. Okay, shelter is set up. I'm pretty pleased with this. It's like an Adirondack style shelter that I've just put together with a tarp. I enjoy doing tarp origami and making different configurations. If you want to see about 15 or 20 different tarp setups in one video, I'll put a link in the description below to one I did a few years ago, which has this one and a number of other ones, and tutorial basically on how to do it. But it just gives me loads of room under here for my gear and to sleep. And then I've got this roof section which I can either undo and fold right back and have it a bit more open, or if it gets really heavy winds and strong rain, I can drop it right down literally to here and have it run off, and then just be a lot more enclosed inside my shelter. But all the gear is nice and dry back there. I folded the tarp under like this, and then I can put my gear there, it's nice and dry. Yeah, I think it's time to look at the survival kit. So apologies for the rain noise, guys, but that's going to last for the foreseeable in this video. This is what it comes in. I think there's actually a more heavy duty Cordura case that comes with it. This time I've got the sort of bright orange one, which is easy to see and be able to pull out of your backpack if you stored it in your backpack. It is called the Pocket Survival Kit because it can fit in your pocket. I could comfortably fit it in the cargo pocket of my trousers, but not the sort of hand pocket. But I guess that is what it's used for. It's to be used as a pocket survival kit so that you can quickly deploy it should you need to, if you're in a survival situation, or if you just need some basic gear from your pocket. And inside it's all sealed as well, which is good. This one's sealed in a plastic bag, again handy for today where it's raining. This, I believe, Kevlar cordage. It's super fine, but very strong. I mean, it's very supple as well. It's really supple. You could knot it really easily. There's a lot of cordage there. I'm not sure on the exact length. I brought my tarp setup with me today anyway, so to set up shelter, purely to keep my camera gear quite dry. But that is, yeah, it's Kevlar cordage. Very strong, high tensile strength, water resistant, and yeah, looks super fine. Okay, next, this is appealing to me because it's got the kind of skull logo on it, the SE logo, Randall's Adventure and Training. This kit, I should mention, is put together by experts, which is why it's generally better than a lot of the cheaper kits that you get. I say generally because there are some things that might be different. This is nice and bright orange again, so we don't lose it. It is a knife, the Chirp Liner Lock, that's what it's called, it says there. So it's a liner lock knife. There we go. Not quite, probably 3 inches. Very sharp. We'll test it in a minute. Oh, there's a belt clip there as well. Nice to see, so you can carry it on your belt. And then there's the classic liner lock release. Push that to the side, and that folds the blade. Yeah, that's a nice little knife. It's very light. What's it made from? BRKD2. It's got the little logo there as well. Be good for skinning game, slicing cordage and everything like that. Still be used for your bushcraft survival stuff. It's only a very small bevel, but let's shave some hairs and see how sharp she is. As SE are known for their knives, I'm expecting good things here. Don't try it at home. Wow, that's sharp. See, I'm barely pushing and it's shaving a ball patch. Look how much hair. That is super sharp. Super sharp. Wow. It's what they're famous for, SE knives. That's amazing. In fact, I could use that hair for a tinder bundle. Given that it's a fairly cheap blade compared to their normal ones, I'm quite impressed with that. Matches. Stormproof matches. 2, 4, 6 matches. Striker material there. Burns intensely for 10 seconds in strong winds and rain. Well, that's handy because it's absolutely tipping down today, so good to see some matches and multiple ones in case they don't work. That's a good touch. First time I've had matches in a survival kit. These are actually BC, I just looked, it's BCB International, which is a UK company based in Cardiff, so that's pretty cool. And these are water bags. Don't know how many there are. 2 maybe? Or is it just 1? It's just 1. And it's got these wire closure points up the top here. So this is stiff wire inside here so that you can seal it shut. I'm guessing that would be 1 litre of water. So you've got these 2 white tabs. There's one here, one that side, and you pull it and that opens the bag like that. And then you'd fill that bag with water. I think it's 1 litre personally. and then you close it and you'd wrap it a few times on itself, and then you can close these wire closure points here to squeeze it all tight and seal it, so you could carry it as well with you. Again, that's something that's new. I like the fact that it's a litre as well, so it's already the perfect amount. It's nice to just have water collection. In the past I've had the CONDOMs. This is better in my opinion, definitely, than them, especially as it's exactly a litre. There's also a little lanyard hole there if you needed to hang that from your backpack or something like that. On the back they've got land nav checklist, and you've got what you should do, verify your coordinates, verify the distance to your target and the required number of paces, your azimuths, your declinations, check your terrain, just some little tips on what to do for your navigation. That's really good, I like that. You still read it, and it still writes really well too. This, wow, a Suunto compass, so one of the best compasses you can get, certainly a lot better than the button compasses, so this is great. This is, yeah, great to see. Very nice rotating bezel. You've got your map scales and measurements here, 1 to 50,000, 1 to 24,000, 1 to 25,000. This is so great to see in a survival kit. These are so good. I have a silver personally, which is very accurate, just like a Suunto. It's a really decent compass to have. These are made in Finland, I think. Yeah, made in Finland, Suunto. Super accurate compared to the button compasses. In this one we have another sealed bag. Yeah, a emergency signal mirror. Proper one. No messing around with this one. It's got a sighting eye hole there, lanyard hole as well, and on the back instructions on how to use it. The compact emergency signal mirror, and you can even see a diagram of the chap using it and how to use it at the bottom there. That is brilliant for total beginners. I think that's really good on how to use it, and it feels very good quality too, quite heavy duty, but a great reflection on it. A lot of signal mirrors just have, it's like scratched or it's a bit frosted, it's not properly reflective, whereas that, so not only can that be used for signalling, but also if you get splinters or something in your eye, you have a proper mirror to be able to get right up close and look into your eye to get something out. So I think that's really good. Nice to see a good quality one, and it's even got a protective cloth to go over the top and stop it getting scratched up. So that and the compass are very solid pieces of kit compared to your normal cheap ones that come with the kits. So 2 more items. We have the classic foil mylar rescue blankets. This is 52 inches by 84 inches, reflects 90% of your body heat. It's the standard mylar blanket that you guys have seen on my channel, possibly a little bit more heavy duty than ones in the past. You can use it for shelter. This is arguably what the shelter would be in this kit. I've brought my own today. Okay, last thing in the bag, it is a survival whistle. Very good, like that. All good quality gear. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, yeah, 14, probably 14 survival items, including that 15 maybe, about 15. Yeah, let's test. I want to test out this knife. I think this would be good to just put to use, see how good it is. Feels sharp. It says made in China, but it does feel super sharp. So I don't have any saw on me. There was no saw provided in the kit. So let's use the knife, and let's say I wanted to take off this branch here, this little forked branch. I would basically just make a number of slice cuts. And just chip away. It's basically a beaver cut I'm doing. It's good. For a small kind of 3-inch blade like that, it's like pocket knife sized blade. It's actually decent. There you go. That's what I'd do if I didn't have a saw. Just a number of cuts like that. So does that job no problem. Let's see what else it can do. So far, it's actually really comfortable to use. Pine is actually has got a twisty grain to it, so it's not ideal for feather sticks. It's a very wavy grain, and it will get to that in a minute when I start exposing more of the inner wood where the twist is. This is just outer bark. Very sharp, this knife. Should be, but this is the second knife I've used in a survival kit. Episode 1 had the locking knife as well, the mechanical locking knife with the button, which was alright. So I don't know how much this knife is separately from the kit. It's definitely one of the better quality items in the kit. It makes feather sticks no problem whatsoever, very easily. Very sharp still. It's holding an edge really well. That's all I'd need a knife to do really, is nice slicing cuts, thin slicing cuts. It's thin enough to fillet fish and game, small game or large game, and very pleased with that so far. It's still raining and I don't think it's going to stop, but it's lightened a lot now, the rain. It's only sort of drizzle, but it's due to rain throughout the night on and off, so that's why I brought the tarp with me, to get better coverage and to keep my filming gear dry as well, because it's not entirely waterproof. I think we should test the water purification just to see. I want to see if it's a litre as well. So I've just finished. I bring 2 litres of water with me all the time. This is a 1 litre Nalgene bottle. I want to see, I'm pretty sure these, well obviously I could scoop up a litre, put it in the Nalgene bottle. With 1 scoop of this, how much it would be. It can't be far off a litre when you look at the size of that compared. This is quite clear water actually, but it's not to say there's tons of bacteria in it, which there will be. I'm going to pour it into the Nalgene. But I'm going to pour it back into the bag, well, scoop up some more water in the bag once I've seen how much is in this, how much it can take. Here come the swans. Okay, so it takes a litre, because I've spilt some and I didn't fill it right to the yellow line, but that's good to know, folks. The water collection bags take 1 litre of water, so you can see it's pretty damn clear. Let's pour that out. Alright, that's just under a litre. Just there. I've got my water purification tablets just here. It's a bit broken, I'm going to have to put more of it in there, but it's just there. Check the time, so I need to leave it in there for half an hour. In it goes. Now I'll close it off. It's going to lose a bit of water where I'm closing it off. Like this. Right, in half an hour, that is going to be ready to drink. The tablet, if you can see it, it's just dissolving in the bottom here. Just down here, dissolving now. That seal at the top is really handy. I'm going to leave that for half an hour now. So I've kind of put my own ration pack together from different military MREs. We've got the French military salmon main meal here, which I'm going to cook. Got some US military cornbread, some US military sugars and teas and things like that. French military chocolate bars, more French ones, another US raspberry and apple sauce, a curry, and yeah, contact coffee bag. So different week, different stove. This time it's my Silverfire Scout. Totally different to last week's flat pack stove. This is a gasifier. That goes in there, that goes in there. So by gasifier, it double burns the gases given off inside the stove. So we're going to try and use the waxed tinder. I've got my salmon, which I haven't opened yet, upside down because I can use this as a fire lighting platform. Just everything is absolutely soaking wet, even the salmon tin. But I reckon this must fluff up if we use the striker. Just crush it, break the fibres up. Worst comes to worst, we shall use the storm matches, but I want to try this first. Sorry guys, that was out of focus. What I'm doing is I'm just mashing the tinder rope, the jute twine, waxed jute twine like this with the striker, and it just fluffs it up. Will it work? We shall see. Ooh, burns quite well. Bloody hell, burns really well. I'm going to use the whole rope on this. You can see it's a very tentative flame at the moment. So what I might do is take these out, take that off, I don't need that, and get my feather sticks. Where's my rope? There we go, let's use the rope. Hopefully you can see this now. Feather sticks, get those lit. That burns really well, that rope. Yes, there we go. That's better. Wood is, all the wood is soaked today, so that's why I did a feather stick to just get to that dry wood. Now it's about to burn. So you can see why it's a double burner. You can see this secondary burn, the gasifier. The gases are being burnt again as they get burnt off. It's reigniting them, coming out these holes at the back. You might not be able to see it, but there's a glow there, and it makes such a clean flame. Now all that's left is to open my salmon pasta. Pop it on there for a couple of minutes. Look how clean that burn is. Don't want it burning. There's some pretty big salmon chunks in there. Oh, it's smelling lovely though. So the only downside of this one is that you do have to put sticks back on top to get them going again. It's not like the other one where the firebox where I could just feed it through. This one you do have to kind of, there's no room to put sticks in as much. You can just about slide them in here when there's a pot there, but you can't go very big with the sticks, so you have to really crank it up. Bon appetit. Oh, that's really good. These French rations are brilliant. It's just been non-stop rain today. It's quite nice. I've got a little swan family, a family of swans, male, female, and a little cygnet, just kind of prowling up and down the lake and feeding on the weed at the bottom of the lake. They're quite friendly actually. Oh, I just saw a kingfisher. Wow. Quite a rare bird to see. They're very fast. A little blue flash. One of the things that wasn't in the survival kit is light of any sort, and there was no fishing kit. I was quite surprised. I thought there would be a fishing kit, but I had a look through their website and actually think the fishing kit is in the other tin, like the mini survival tin that they had. And there might be a torch in that one. I know there's some lights in their other kits, but this one didn't have one. But it's fine because I bring a head torch with me all the time. I have a camera light, so I might as well bring a head torch with me all the time. But the fishing kit would have been cool to have, I guess. If it's a pocket survival kit, it would have been cool to have a fishing kit. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Lots of you have been asking me about testing out some of the fishing kits. I will be doing that. That's coming up in an episode soon. It's still raining, and it's not due to stop for most of the night. It might stop in the morning, but it's a pretty naff week weather-wise. Pleased with my shelter. I've got loads of room under here, and I'm sure when I wake up there'll be that lovely view again when it gets light. The nights are closing in though. It's yeah, getting darker. 7 PM I think is sunset. Anyway folks, I'm going to call it a night. I'm waffling. I'll see you in the morning where we'll test more of the gear. Here comes a helicopter. Kestrel. Looks like a kestrel. Beautiful morning. It's totally different. It's not sunny, it's overcast, but there is such a gentle breeze and the lake is like glass. It's beautiful. It's really nice. I do love this spot. So I'm going to get the fire going. I realised I totally forgot to do the water purification yesterday. There we go. Okay, let's try again. You actually have to leave a bit of space in the top because when you roll this, it pinches all the air out and sucks all the water out. You see that? You see the bubbles now where it's dissolving. Yeah, apologies for that guys. I totally forgot yesterday about this bag. I do like this. There we go. See, there's the wire closure. I can let go and it stays like that. So half an hour, check my watch, 8:45, 9:15, this is ready to drink. So I've kept a load of sticks from last night, including sort of half burnt ones, just raised up on this log to keep them a bit more dry. They are still very, very damp, but it just keeps them a little bit more dry. And then I've whittled down some of the pine from the feather sticks to get to that dry inner wood. So hopefully we can get something going at least. Very fine curls it can make. It's all going to burn pretty quick, but they are epic matches. So it's going to be a kind of flash burn. go. There's our water. It's got like a yellowish tinge to it to show you. I'll show you the difference in a minute. If you think I was going to trick you to thinking, you know, I'll pour this out and just put fresh water in, but I'll put a side screen here of bottled water and this lake water. It's got like a yellow tinge to it, you can see. But anyway, let's give it a taste. It's been half an hour. Obviously I don't really, normally I'd put this into a container. I don't really want to be putting my lips to the edge of it. I'm just going to make a funnel. If I put my lips to the edge of it, there's obviously still going to be bacteria around the outside. Tastes like chlorine. But a litre of water with 10 pills, or less now because this one fell over last night, is you'd be very grateful for in a survival situation. And this is brilliant, I think. This refillable bag instead of a condom, basically. I think these are so much better, much more durable, still folds down to just the same size. That's an excellent piece of kit, that. Really good. Right, let's get coffee on. Oh, spilt more. Breakfast time. So tear it off into thin strips. And that should. So if you wanted to extend the life of your storm match, like that, you want to extend the life of it, you've got duct tape here, which when it ignites, see my storm match is about to go out, this extends the life of it even on a windy day. And actually duct tape can burn for quite a long time. If you make a big enough ball of it, don't breathe the fumes in obviously because it's toxic. It's not good for you. I wouldn't be doing this all the time, but in a survival situation, to extend the life of your match, you've got loads of duct tape. So it burns, put it under water, still burns again. Pretty cool. Very good in very strong winds and rain. So I've actually brought this dry bag with me. This is the bag that it comes in, the tarp, and which I pulled it out with. but I prefer a dry bag because you can change the space if you want to put more cordage in there or anything else, wet clothes if you needed to add those in there. But at the same time it compresses down to pretty much the same size as the tarp bag anyway, plus waterproof. Not that it matters with a tarp as much, but just easy to carry. I prefer using a dry bag, so I used to do it all the time, but I'm now going to keep my tarp in the dry bag. This is what clear water looks like, drinking water. You can see it's much clearer than the other one, which had like a yellow tinge to it. So what are my opinions on the SE Pocket Survival Kit? I think it's £100. It's about 80 90 pounds more expensive than the other kits, pocket kits, small kits that I've used. I think it's, in terms of the quality of the items, they're definitely a lot better quality. The compass is miles better than a button compass. Obviously there was a knife in there, which is by far the better quality knife that I've used so far. Nice to be able to have a small kind of folding knife in the kit. The water purification setup was second to none. It was 100% better than ones in the past that I've had. I think that's really good. The matches, the stormproof matches, again, big step up. It's nice to have that option. I think overall it's a better quality kit. It's slightly bigger. It's a pocket survival kit, so obviously it goes in your pocket, but it's not as kind of small and efficient as the small tins that I've used. But then they do their own mini survival tin anyway. I think it would have been nice to have a fishing kit, a small fishing kit in here, as well as a sewing kit. I think those two are really important. That would have been great. The one thing I would have really liked to see is a torch or some form of light. I think regardless of what size kit you have, when it gets dark, you really do need light. You can't just rely on a campfire, because if you need to go off and forage or find something or get out of somewhere, you really do need light. So it would have been great to have light in there. However, it does say on their website, when I looked, that components are subject to change in the survival kits. So perhaps they had those in the past in this particular one. I do have two other models to try out, kits to try out. And I've just found myself a multi-day kit, so that's going to be really cool. But other than that, it's been a lovely overnight. Really enjoyed it. Shame about the rain yesterday, but lovely spot. This spot is awesome, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, really nice spot. I do like this. Very peaceful. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you enjoy this type of video, there is a playlist on my survival kit testing where I go out overnight, hopefully multiple day ones soon, and test out the kits in real terms, you know, in real life as such. Yeah, I'll put a link to the playlist below of all the other videos if you want to catch up. I think this is now the 4th kit or 5th kit that I've tried. And thanks so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Don't forget our other channel, TA Fishing. I'll put a link to that in the description. And I do have a 3rd channel, Life of Mike, which is a bit more about me and what I do in general, as opposed to just this bushcraft and survival stuff. Thank you from me here at the lake and our swans, the friendly swans. Oh, he's just come up onto the side. I might get some footage quickly. But thank you, and I do appreciate you viewing, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.